This short video will show you how to replace a Rohl shower cartridge for valve body models A4910 or A4912 and possibly others. If you're not familiar with the brand Rohl, they are a high-end luxury bath and kitchen faucet and shower valve maker, and they specialize in vintage creations but with modern features like pressure balancing valves and ceramic cartridges. Now this particular valve is in my brother's tub shower, and it's a two-handle fixture. There's one for the flow or volume control and the other for the temperature control. Now we'll be replacing the flow control cartridge in this video, but I'm guessing it's a similar process to do the temperature cartridge as well. Now why is my brother replacing the cartridge? Well, it's dripping water even when it's fully shut off, and that's a telltale sign that the cartridge needs to be replaced or cleaned out. But before we start on the replacement, these are the tools my brother is going to use to do it. A large crescent wrench, and optionally if you want a smaller one, a couple of screwdrivers, a flathead and a Phillips head, some silicone grease, and some towels. Now, did I mock my brother for the fact that he has dollar store tools? Absolutely. But hey, the good news is you may need to be rich to buy one of these valves, but you don't need to be rich to fix one. All right, let's get started on the repair. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the two flathead screws on the main trim plate. Now notice that when we do that, the entire plate comes off with the handles included, which is an interesting design. Now those two large nut things that you see on either side are actually built-in service valves, which allow you to shut off both the hot and cold side of the water to the valve body. To turn these off, what we'll do is we'll get a crescent wrench and rotate them 180 degrees so that those X's embossed in it are on the outside instead of on the inside. With the water shut off, now we locate the flow valve, which is the top one. We're going to remove that Phillips screw from it and then pull off that little handle backing. Next, we're going to pack a towel under the valve to catch any water that comes out when we remove it. We'll grab our crescent wrench and then we'll remove the cartridge by just unscrewing it. With the cartridge out, we're going to inspect the brass seat that's in the back of the valve body that was behind the cartridge. Make sure it's clean and smooth so that the new cartridge can seal to it. You may need to take a fine grade steel wool to polish it if needed, otherwise just clean it with a towel. Now we'll compare our new cartridge with the old one to ensure it's the correct size. The part number of the new cartridge is C7075A, but I'll have an Amazon link to the cartridge in the video description. Put some of the silicone or plumber's grease on the rubber parts, namely the blue gasket on the backside and on the black O-ring. Then we can reinstall the cartridge by just threading it back into the valve body. And when you tighten it down, don't go crazy on it. It's just soft brass parts with rubber on it, so just get it snug, and that's all you need to do. Once it's in, you can go ahead and turn your service valves both back so that the X's are on the inside, and that turns the water pressure back on both the hot and cold side. I would suggest waiting about a minute with the pressure on and just then inspect for any leaks before putting it all back together. Once we verify there are no leaks, we can put the handle backing back on our cartridge by replacing it with that Phillips screw. And then we can go ahead and reinstall our main trim plate with all the handles. That's it. We finished replacing the cartridge. Now to test it, we'll just simply turn the shower on and then turn it off. Now it's normal after you turn off the shower valve that you will see a little bit of dripping coming out of either the shower head or the tub spout. That's normal, but after about 30 seconds to a minute, the dripping should stop entirely. So just verify that it does eventually stop dripping, and then we can confirm that our fix is a success. So if you think my brother did a good job fixing his shower, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more interesting DIY content like this. Leave a comment for any questions, and thanks for watching.